Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Big Fights, Big Nights Only show on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And I'm joined by, my US brother, my US Donny, all the way over there on the West Coast. Man, like JK, what you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah, what's up, man? You
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Long time in it, because obviously we only link up when big
good?
fights come in it. I think the last big fight we did, the last show we did of big fights, big nights was White Povetkin. I think that was the
Yep,
last one.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, it was White Povetkin. It was White Povetkin. But before we start, anyway, big up to everyone in the comments. I will get to all of the comments. If you're watching via the Twitter on the Periscope, make sure you retweet the tweet and like the tweet. Vitally important you do that. Make sure you follow myself, follow JK, and follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitter, all tagged in the tweet. If you're watching via the Facebook, make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it. And make sure you like the Sarcasm City TV page. And equally as important as well, if you're watching via the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, hit the like button. Make sure you share it across all the socials and make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. It's road to 3K now. So we're approaching 3K subs. Big up to everybody as well who was watching the Gyardem City meets Mandem United that myself and Yan City just did. But we're here now, myself and JK, on Big Fights, Big Nights Only to preview big bout. This is a massive bout. You know what I'm saying? And that SAUL CANELO Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. Let me say that again. SAUL CANELO Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. Massive bout. Me and JK are definitely going to dive into it all. I never knew the dimensions of a ring up until this fight and all the trash talk that's going on and everybody giving their input. Billy Joe Saunders saying what he's saying. Canelo, Eddie Hearn's been in the mix. Tyson Fury. So many combustible elements in it. Big up Dupe in the comments who says big up to you. CFC Atkins says, yo, big up my guy Grizz as well. Make sure you check out LFC Day Trippers. That's my guy. He said, my brother Flawless putting in the work. Salute to you. And Dupe says, damn, Flawless is class. Another show, respect. Also, big up JK. Yeah, you don't know. And please in the comments as well, people, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, let us know who you have winning. So who's winning the fight and what? So if you got Canelo, if you got Billy Joe, and if you got KO, or have you got it via points? But we'll start with you, JK, in it. Give us your thoughts on. We'll go with the build-up first and foremost. The whole
Man, it's been
yes, that's what we'll start with.
it's I think Saunders is trying to just get under his skin. It's just he been acting like a kid. Like I think they like tired of him, dude. Like I think they feel like he like disrespecting like Mexican people. That's what I yeah, because like you hear about how he kept telling the Mexican reporter that his breath was stinking. Dude, I think, man, I think this dude is making it worse. I think Canelo, I think he's gonna look for the knockout.
Right. Okay.
To get him out of there, dude. I actually gave like Saunders a chance, but it's just like all this stuff right now. He's just I think he's just pushing Canelo's button, dude. I think Canelo is gonna get him out of there, man.
Nah, I would say that Billy Joe Saunders is just up to mischief. That's what I would say. It's a mischief thing. That's what he's doing in that. He's just up like that's Billy Joe Saunders through and through in it. Like I've seen him throughout his career.
His like it's like you like him or you hate him. Like his personality is it's kind of hard to get, his personality, dude. Like if you don't really follow boxing, then you ain't gonna understand his personality.
Nah, you're not. So you're saying, all right, so you're saying Canelo via KO. Why? Is that more so because of Billy Joe Saunders, his antics before the fight? Like the way he's riling him up and trying to get under his skin?
Yeah, I think I think it's gonna be a TKO.
Okay.
I think they're gonna throw in the towel. You know what? Not throwing the towel, but I think the ref will stop it. I don't think like his team would like let them throw in the towel. So I think the ref will end up stopping it.
No, I hear what you're saying. So why? So was that? But that was before, or that you now thinking this after all the antics? What was your thoughts beforehand? Because you think Canelo's going in.
Was just like I was thinking Billy Joe had more of a chance, but so now after like seeing him act the way he's acting, I haven't seen him act this way this much.
Yeah.
So I think he feels like he has to get under his skin to have like more of a chance. Cause like I feel you're not you're. We remember Floyd swept Canelo, and he
Yes.
still got a draw on one of the cards.
Yes, he did. Yes.
So
Canelo always gets favorable cards. I've noticed that.
we know Canelo has a chin. We've seen him, take shots from Triple G. So I don't think Billy Joe can get him out of there, and he ain't gonna get him on cards. So
that's the problem that I have with it, because I've looked at it like, can Billy Joe, is going to be very difficult for Billy Joe Saunders to outbox Canelo. Is he capable? Does he have the skill set? Yes. The way he moves and his trickery, etc., like that. He has the moves to. Can he do it? Yeah, go on, Jacob.
That's crazy. It's just like,
go on.
He has the boxing skill.
Yes.
But do you see him doing what Mayweather did, but better? Because he would have to do better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the tough part that I have with it, because he has to as I don't think he stops him. You know what I'm saying? Unless he does what Fury did to Wilder the first fight. Because if we were talking about Fury Wilder the first fight, we would thought that.
Or something.
I don't see him doing that. So he has to outbox him. But here's the thing: he has to outbox him to the point where it's clear. If it's a close, he doesn't get the decision. Even if he wins, say it's 7-5. And it's a clear 7. No, it's not clear. It's a debatable 7. But you're like, you know what? Saunders has got him there. I've got him by 7 clear. And then there's a couple others that are debatable. You know Canelo's going to get the decision. And that's the sad part about it.
I know he has to start fast. If you come out and you're trying to have fill-out rounds against Canelo, they're just going to give it to him.
Yes.
They're going to give him the rounds because, he's the champ. They're just going to give it to him. So he can start off quick. On the bottom of the scorecards, he can start off losing quick if he's trying to fill out too much. Yeah,
and that's mad that I watched the interview that Tyson Fury did with IFL TV, and he said, no, was it IFL? No, it was Dillian White actually, and he said he thinks Billy Joe Saunders can win, but he's like, he doesn't want him to come out and be boxing and moving straight away. He's like, he wants him to come out in the first round and stick it on Canelo, because it will catch him off guard.
He does have a chance to come out and do that, but that is a big if, because look, Canelo's fights, he lets people attack him off the rip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember James Kirkland, Amir Khan.
I do remember.
Everybody they just came at him, and then he's just like, okay, I can take y'all shit. Y'all can't hurt me. Round fucking 3-4, you see him walking everybody down and then getting them on the ropes, and then I think once he feels like, oh, he can't hurt me.
Here's the thing though, you have to be careful, because Billy Joe Saunders, he might not be a big puncher, but I think he punches hard enough to give you sharp and give you respect. And because you're a boxer, what do they always say about boxing? It's the shots that you don't see. If someone can catch him with shots you don't see, slick, southpaw, it is Billy Joe Saunders. So I think that's dangerous. Like I said, can Billy Joe Saunders win this bout? To me personally, yes, I think he can win the bout. Can he get a decision? I highly doubt it, which makes me think he's going to press and go for the knockout. He's going to take, it's mad that Fury's his boy. He's going to take Fury's blueprint against Wilder the second time round and be like, I'm not leaving this up to the judges. I'm going to go for it. Does he have Tyson Fury's skill set or power? No, I don't think so, even though I rate him very highly. But he has to go that route, which is going to make, to me, it's going to make this bout interesting. Yeah. That's what that is. Because how does Canelo, to me, if he just makes it competitive, he wins. Even if he doesn't win, I'm saying the judges give it to him. But is the antics going to get in his head in that? Because Billy Joe Saunders made sense to me with the ring. But yeah, go on, JK. I can see you smiling over there.
Man, did you watch the weigh-in?
I didn't. I haven't watched the weigh-in. I watched the first face-off they did. Go on, tell me what happened.
So the weigh-in, right? They you know, they do the little face-to-face shit, right? Then after they walk away, Canelo was just look at him and he's just shaking his head like, man, he just keeps shaking his head like, dude, you don't know what you just started some shit. He just keeps shaking his head, man, like, I know I'm about to fuck you up.
Is how he's going on.
Look, dude, I'm like, man, Canelo about to get it to this dude, man.
Is that how he's going? Is that how he's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Yo, this gonna be interesting. This just got added spice, because one thing about Billy Joe Saunders, he's a wind-up merchant. Let me get to some of the comments as well from you lot. Big up to everyone who's locked, especially if you're in the UK, because it's 20-4 over here in it. So salute to you lot. Where we at? Big up Faris, who says, happy Friday, bros. Them, it's been a minute. Flawless, my guy. Salute to JK as well. We both got to turn it up. Don't know. Why not says, what's up, what's up? Big up Stormtrooper Clones, putting in a shift like Naruto. And big up to JK. Big up to you. Faris here says, Saunders doing up British shithousery with Canelo. I hate his arrogance and his persona, man. He's surrounded by hype men. Big up to my guy Ryan, who says, big up the panel. Canelo will therefore win, but Saunders will do better than most expect. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I do agree with that. Faris is saying, I'll bet my diploma that Canelo will TKO the prick. He's not having it. Isham saying, I'm a fan of Saunders, but Canelo is going to smoke him. Smoke him? I don't see him smoking him. I don't see him walking through it. Saunders has, I think he's defensively and his style, and he's defensively too good to get walked through as good as Canelo is.
The only thing
good as Canelo is. Go on.
Is if, like I said, if Canelo lets him press forward in them beginning rounds and Canelo is like, he can't do nothing to me, if Canelo then starts pressing and then just cutting the ring off, and that's the only way I see him like smoking him, if he knows he can't take his shit.
Yeah, I don't think he can take his shit though. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I think Billy Joe Saunders hits hard enough to get on his respect. So when's the last
time Billy Joe knocked out somebody that was like elite?
Let me check. I'm gonna check. Literally check his record now.
Couldn't get Eubanks out of there.
Let me check, because he hasn't in what you're saying to back that up. He hasn't faced that many elite fighters. That's been a problem. We've not seen him against your Canelos, Golovkins, Charlos, etc. Andrades. We've not seen him against the guys we want to see him against.
Lemieux,
he beat up Lemieux.
He schooled him, but he's like a stationary target, you know.
Yeah, that was an impressive performance, though. That was one of them. That was very impressive.
That was actually the performance when people start calling for the Canelo fight.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, I'm looking there, so he's faced Martin Murray. I can't pronounce the guy's name before that. I don't even know these guys. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Shafat Isifiu, Lemieux, Willie Monroe Jr., Charles Adamu, Andy Lee, Chris Eubank Jr. that you spoke on as well. Yeah, Gary O'Sullivan, John Ryder. So yeah, he hasn't faced that caliber, but that's what we want to find out if he's good enough. Go on. When was his last knockout? I'll tell you now. 1 second. His last knockout was, bear with me, UD KO. So he KO'd the fighter before Martin Murray, Marcelo Esteban. Is it Cocaries?
How long ago was that?
That was in 2019.
Oh, okay.
2019. And then his last KO before that was TKO against Johan Boiler, I think it is. And that was in 2015. But he hasn't fought often. He fought in 2021.
Like all the top names, he didn't get him out of there. So it's just like, fuck, like, and Canelo has a better chin than all of them dudes on his resume.
I hear you. If there is,
go on. Get him with a shot that he just, he don't see.
Yep.
That's what it's gonna have to be.
That's exactly what it is. Because I'm here having a look. Let me have a look at because even Floyd Mayweather, he rated Billy Joe Saunders. His chances highly, and that's how I'm looking at it.
Box, he cannot get on them ropes, dude. He cannot stay on them ropes.
No, but is that why he wear the bigger ring though?
Yeah.
Because they got the 22x22 ring now.
Yeah.
They do have the big ring.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that dude know how to cut the ring off now. Like, that's real good now.
That is true. He is very good at cutting off the ring. Here we go. Why Not's here says Canelo fought Callum Smith this year, and is that Yildrim? Yo, big up JK Jr. in the building. Also, big up Frederick Dog, who says hello lads. Big up to you. Sham is saying Saunders is technically good, but he needs to try to avoid them body shots from Canelo because he will break you down. So what are you saying? What punch do you think he stops him with? How does he go? Like, give me an idea of how you think. Is he going to go more body or is he going to go more head hunting?
It's going to have to be a straight left or it's going to have to be a right hook because Billy Joe is left-handed. And that's the one that gets, through on orthodox fighters is the straight left. Or right hook. I think he'll have to catch him with a right because he can see the straight coming, the straight left. I think he'll have to get him with a right hook. And if not, something to the body, but he's not known for, like a body attack. Saunders.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, I hear what you're saying, and I'm unsure. Like I said, I see it going the distance. Maybe somebody gets dropped, but I see it go. I think they're both defensively savvy enough to not get stopped. Someone might get wobbled, which I could see happening. Someone might get dropped. I'm saying, but I don't see anybody being stopped, whether that's via KO or a TKO. That's just me, though. Faris is here saying, I'm telling you, man, this will be a nasty fight. Canelo won't allow it to go the distance. Canelo is TKOing Billy Joe Saunders in under 7 rounds. I'm more confident in him than in him pamming Billy Joe Saunders than the Turkish brother. Mad. All right. I'm going to touch on this as well, even though she's put it in lovely words here, Lauren. She says, Eddie the tit got to stop sucking Canelo off. What are your thoughts on that? Like Canelo, do you think not Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders complaining about kind of playing second fiddle to Canelo, even though they're both under the same promotional company? Or do you reckon it's more mind games from Billy Joe?
Yeah. I mean, well, Canelo was on like a fight to fight basis, I think, with DAZN.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a fight to fight.
Oh yeah, he had issues with them as well. That got swept under the rug. That's mad.
He's on fight to fight basis with DAZN.
Yeah.
So he can fight wherever he wants.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. So do you think that's more mind games? Do you think Billy Joe's not really fussed about
part
that?
of his to get him in the ring is the mind games. I think that's like he's going into the ring like I got to get into this dude's head to beat him. Just like how Duran did Sugar Ray Leonard.
You reckon it's that?
Huh?
You reckon it's that? Yeah, is that what you're going with? That's what you reckon it is.
Like he had to. He got in the Sugar Ray's head with his girl and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Start coming at him about a whole bunch of shit. Got Sugar Ray out of his game, and we all know what happened. We beat him, but Sugar Ray came back and beat him the next fight. But that first fight, he got Sugar Ray out his game.
Nah, I hear what you're saying. I hear that. Like I said, I just think this is what Canelo does. This is what Billy Joe Saunders does. He's probably amping it up because it's his biggest fight and because it's Canelo and it can help. But I think if he's fighting me or you, he does that. I think that's just Billy Joe Saunders. That's just in his personality, and that's literally what he's like. Big up Trent. Says big up Flawless streaming at this time work rate cold. Big up, man. Gotta provide content for you, underrated YouTuber. Love for that. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching live right now or you're watching back, and subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you do that. It's only going to be a short preview. Obviously, the recap will be much longer tomorrow. Well, it's technically tonight now, people. Faris here is saying straight over the right counter will be sufficient. That punch ends the night. He's saying it'll be a clean punch. Big up the big guy. He says, what time does the fight start? I think it's 4 a.m. our time. I
don't even know who's on the undercard.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know the undercards, but I have no idea. I don't know how many fights there is.
No idea.
But
I have
usually
zero
out
idea.
here, they start like around 6 or 7 o'clock, and then the main events end up being like close to 8 or 9 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, and that's not our time, people. That's in what's it called? That's in the West Coast. Just have to put that on. He's saying that you doing a watch along for it. No, I'm not doing a watch along, big guy, but I'll be doing a recap for it afterwards.
Hey, so maybe we should start thinking of doing that.
You want to do what?
Like a watch party?
Yeah. Yo.
Commentate? Hey.
Yeah. All right, that's in the works now. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll do the watch along, and then we'll do a recap afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a break and then do a recap.
We will be able to recap it right after.
If you want, we could do that.
If we're doing a watch along, commentating or whatever, we could do it as soon as the fight is over. We won't even have to log off or anything.
Yeah, that's true. That we might have to do that still. That's a great idea.
And this is
brilliant, JK. Brilliant.
Hey, who was that said that?
It was. Oh, this is one of the Dons who's a Chelsea fan. You get me? Let me put his comment back up. You get me? The big guy. You get me? I just call it because he's got Timothy Werner Timo Werner is a soccer player over here, innit? He's a Chelsea fan in it, so that's where the name comes from. Actually, yo, what should I call you, fam? Because I know you've been the big guy, father. Let me know what I should call you. But that's a brilliant idea. We might have to start doing watch parties still.
Yeah,
it might be an idea.
We should, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start it tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll start it tomorrow. We'll pattern it. Yeah. We'll pattern it and get it done tomorrow. Yeah. 100%. The man is saying, yeah, do a watch. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do watch alongs, because if you do want them, we'll start. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I said that about football, and then everyone was like, yeah, that's why I now do watch along. So yeah, we'll do that. What channel is it on? In England, it's the Zone.
Yeah, the Zone.
It's the Zone. It's the Zone. But I'll have to find a link or something like that. I'll pattern something anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. Definitely gonna pattern something 100%. And you lot continue to give us your thoughts. I want to see more predictions. Who wins the fight? Is it Canelo? Is it Billy Joe Saunders? And how in it? Are we saying points? You saying KO, TKO? Like, let us know in it. Please let us know what you are saying. CFC Atkins says, big up to you. And before we get into it, I'm going to give my final predictions, and then we'll look into the future. We'll predict. So say Canelo wins, who's next? If Billy Joe wins, who's next? If Canelo loses, if whoever loses, and we'll do that as well. Faris is saying a watch along will be lit, man. Them, I'll be tuning in for that for sure. We'll do it, 100%. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and I don't think anyone does boxing watch alongs, but we do on Sarcasm City TV. You know what I'm saying? Excellent. We out here. So I'm here looking at the super middleweight. Actually, yeah. Let me give my thoughts on the fight. So as I stated, is Canelo the favorite? Yes. Do I favor him? Of course. Do I see him stopping Billy Joe Saunders? No, because like I said, I think Billy Joe Saunders is too too slick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, for him to be stopped. Go on.
I think his you know how, like, if a good fighter is losing, they know how to survive.
That's my point.
How to survive, you know.
Yes.
Might know how to stop from getting stopped.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah, he'll stop. So that's my thoughts. And if roles are reversed, I think if Billy Joe Saunders is pressing Canelo's smart enough to stop himself from being stopped. You know what I'm saying? Them man are very experienced. These are two of the best boxers currently. Canelo, it's on certain people's top of pound for pound list, in most people's top 3 to top 5. I haven't done my pound for pound list in a minute, but I'm presuming he probably makes my top 3, definitely my top 5. So I do favor Canelo. I see Canelo winning on points. I see Billy Joe Saunders making him uncomfortable. I think Billy Joe Saunders has the type of style that you don't look good against. Even if you win, you're never going to look great just because he's awkward. Slick, mover. It's a big ring, 22 foot now. Southpaw. He can hit, he can bob, he can weave. You know he's going to be talking trash in there, etc., etc. So it's kind of like that. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, so I don't see him being stopped. My only biggest issue with this fight is that I don't see, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's close, but Saunders wins, I don't see him getting a decision.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
I think he has to get 2 knockdowns to get a draw.
Yeah.
Swear down.
He has to get he at least has to get a knockdown, and he can't start slow. He can't have 2 or 3 fill out rounds. He has to go from the get-go. And when he does, he's going to have to get Canelo's respect with a good shot. He has to make Canelo think of something. Because, you know, like sharp punching, he is a sharp puncher.
Yeah.
It was a reason why, you know, Canelo was super bigger than Floyd, probably outweighed him 20 pounds, but he just didn't rush in on Floyd.
No.
Because his punches are sharp. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has to get Canelo's respect with a shot early. He got to get him with something early.
And you touched on a great word when you said he might not be the biggest puncher, but he's sharp. And that's what I think he can do. I think he's sharp enough and slick enough to just get Canelo's respect. And Faris is saying, flawless, you're overrating Billy Joe Saunders big time. I'm a fan. I rate him as a boxer. And I think he's one of them. His best performance was against David Lemieux, which up until this fight is his biggest fight. Yeah, he didn't fight well against Chris Eubank Jr., but he got the win at the end of the day. And I think if he faced Eubank Jr. now, he beats him more convincingly. But I'm looking at that Lemieux performance. He's done this before, and he was away from home, if I remember correctly, as well.
I think so.
I think it wasn't an
problem with Billy Joe is just like he's like he wins, but his work is like inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? It's like have a good fight, drop off 2 or 3 fights, have a good performance. Then he's just like up and down. He gets the win, but it's like up and down. Like he somewhat fights to the level of competition, so we might see a really
That's
great.
it. He fights to the like, because he seems that way, like in terms of, this is just from watching his interview, seeing his previous fights, that he's been flat. Like when he fought Martin Murray, yeah, he won, but it wasn't there. You're fighting Canelo. If you win this, you're a superstar. Number one, not that you're not super, but you're a super duper star, number one. Number two, you're now going the pound for pound list. Number three, you've knocked off most people's, or a lot of people's pound for pound king.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're the heavy underdog in this, especially if you're impressive doing it, and we get a rematch.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I said, I think he can't start slow, like you said. And the rounds he wins, he has to win clears. Tight rounds are going to go to Canelo.
Yeah.
Tight rounds go to Canelo.
Tight is going to go. Any tight rounds and any rounds that there's nothing happening in. You know, if they're just in, like I said, like the fill out rounds, if they both fill out and nobody really, 3 punches landed here, 3 jabs, that's going to go to Canelo.
Yes.
That's going to go to him.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And Sham says, I see the Golovkin punches bounce off Canelo. I don't see Saunders hurting him. I don't necessarily see Saunders hurting him, but what I can say is he respects him. Like I say, Canelo respects Golovkin's power. He wasn't just, if I remember correctly from the fights they had, he wasn't just walking him down, was he? You know what I'm saying? He was moving, if I remember correctly. He wasn't just
That's why I was saying, like, he has to get Canelo's respect to like where, like, oh shit, I can't just walk through here. I can't just defend him like this. He has to get the respect early.
Yeah, definitely. And now, Faris, I'm not saying Billy Joe Saunders wins. Let me get that clear. I've picked Canelo to win this on points. I reckon Canelo unanimous decision. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Canelo UD. What I'm saying is that Billy Joe Saunders, this is not going to be an easy fight. That's what I'm saying. Who's the last person that Canelo fought that is going to go for him? I'm saying and that. Like, let me check Canelo's previous fights. Was it Danny Jacobs
fighting a lot of
having a look here. Let me have a look. Let me check his box rec. 1 second. I'm literally having a look now. I'm trying to think.
I think the last person that could have he fought, I think could have gave him a challenge, but I think it was either Danny Jacobs or Golovkin.
Yeah, so he fought Yildirim. He fought Callum Smith.
Yeah, those are just horrible fights, man.
He fought Kovalev, who was on his way out. Daniel Jacobs, who we spoke on. Rocky Fielding. Then you've got the 2 fights versus Golovkin. Cesar Chavez Jr., Liam Smith, Amir Khan, and then I'm going back all the way to 2015 with Cotton and Kirkland, etc., etc. Yeah, like, who is he gonna? I'm having a look here. Like, all right, let's go all the way to Danny Jacobs, we'll say, in 2019, because we're in 2021. You got Danny Jacobs, Kovalev, Callum Smith, Yildirim.
That was just horrible.
Yeah. Can Billy Joe cause? We seen Danny Jacobs. He didn't look great against Danny Jacobs the whole way throughout the fight, and Billy Joe Saunders can kind of replicate that. Maybe
his defense just like showed in that Canelo against Jacobs.
Yeah,
his defense showed in that a lot.
Yeah. It's cool. No worries, man. Handle business, man. This is Sarcasm City TV, man. If you need to switch off your camera, feel free, man. And you got dad stuff to do. I understand. Most man coming to a fight with Canelo defeated already, but Saunders is coming for the W. He believes in himself, and that's most important. That's a big factor. The mental aspect. Like, I genuinely believe Billy Joe Saunders believes he can win this fight. I genuinely believe his team reckons that. I genuinely believe Tyson Fury believes what he's saying. Do I think it will happen? No. I pick Canelo to win it. But what I'm saying is I think this is not going to be a blowout. I don't see Canelo stopping him or winning 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 2. That's not what I'm saying in it. Big up to Dupe says, anyways, I'm about to go. Peace, y'all. Big up. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe also to the channel. And make sure you follow me, follow JK across all his platforms too as well. So, all right, off of that. So we both got Canelo winning. I've got him by unanimous decision. I've got him by points. You've got him by KO. Yes, is that correct? All right, cool. Under how many rounds you saying?
I say TKO round, because he knows how to defend himself. So I say between round 8 and 10.
Okay, round 8 and 10. All right. Yeah. Facts. And yo, you know what it's like here, Manuel. You're not new. This has happened before, man. Said baby in the mix. Let me in the video. He's trying to be famous too. You ain't the first JK and that. The amount of times that's happened and that. And my niece has been here and I've had to be dealing with her. Other people on the channel been dealing with their sons and/or daughters. You know what I'm saying? And that it happens. It happens. But yeah, sorry. What did you say? Underneath what round? Sorry. How many rounds did you say to stop him? What's your prediction?
Oh, mine or
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that what you said.
I said TKO between rounds 8 and 10.
Okay, so you reckon a late stoppage?
Yeah,
all right,
can defend
late
him.
stoppage. All right, fair enough. And I'm here looking at the rankings as well. So in terms of the biggest fighters in the super middleweight division. So obviously you've got Canelo, you've got Billy Joe Saunders, you've got Jacobs, you've got Lemieux, you've got Durrell, you've got Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Callum Smith. No, this division kind of stacked still.
Yeah, it's stacked. And
it's kind of stacked.
Up too, if Charlo moves up, it's even.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hold up. Let me get the super middleweight. Let me see the champions of this division and that. Because this is looking kind of spicy still. I'm not gonna lie.
Who want to see Canelo fight? They want to see him fight Benavidez or Charlo.
I want to see him. Yeah.
One of those three right there.
Yeah, because I'm looking here because you got Canelo, you got Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Benavidez, Daniel Jacobs, Caleb Plant. Is anyone missing? I'm just looking here at all through all the rankings as well. Durrell's there, Lemieux still there. So you have.
Yeah, and the thing is, Canelo wants the belts. So whoever has the belts.
Okay.
It's most likely he wants to be undisputed. So the next fight will most likely be Caleb Plant. Already.
I'd like to see that. So, all right, let's say our predictions is correct and Canelo wins the fight. He moves on to Caleb Plant pretty much. I think that's what we all expecting if he wins. And then, he literally would have all the belts because currently he's got the Ring Magazine, WBA, WBC, and then Billy Joe Saunders has the WBO, and then Caleb Plant has that IBF. Say again?
Plant. I say, the road through to undisputed is through Caleb Plant.
Would you reckon Caleb Plant has a chance? Would you reckon? I know we're jumping the gun, but this is does he have a better chance than Billy Joe Saunders? What makes you say that?
I like his I think he has one of the top jabs in boxing.
Yeah.
And I think to be there with Canelo, I think that's one of the things you gotta have. Cause if you watch the Mayweather fight, he was able to keep a distance and measure him up with the jab to the body. He was sticking him to the body and then to the top. Caleb Plant do the same thing. I mean, a lot of fighters mimic Floyd, but I mean, he's one of the only dudes I seen hit with a jab. I think it was 9 or 10 times. He hit a dude 9 or 10 times straight with a jab. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No,
dude,
I didn't see that.
I have to tag you in it on Twitter.
Tag me in that. Yeah. Tag me in that. That's my
song that counts. The song was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it just matched up how he jabbed the dude up, and then dropped him with a hook at the end.
Yeah,
his jab is one of the best. So
okay,
I think the jab gives him more, but I think Billy Joe's a little bit better boxer, but I think Caleb Plant just more of the total package, I believe.
All right, so Canelo say he does what we said, he wins, and then he beats Billy Joe, he beats Caleb Plant, and he dominates, and then he's conquered the super middleweight division. Does he move up to light heavyweight? Does he move up?
That's the thing. He'll be undisputed, but the thing is,
go on.
He wouldn't have gotten the belts from the best fighters in the division.
Okay, who do you? That's very interesting. Before we get onto that though. All right, man. I've got to break my fast. Been fasting for almost 22 hours for Ramadan. See you, man, on the watch along. Stay blessed. Good seeing you, man, as always. Big up to Faris. Salute to everyone breaking their fast as well, man. Big up to all of you lot. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who is involved. And Sham here says, flawless respect for the top content, my G. Always putting in the work. People like and subscribe. Yes. But all right, yeah, that's a very interesting point you just made there, JK. Go on.
We got to remember, anybody that he's taking the belt from, they're not better than David Benavidez. Sorry, they're just not. And so he took who did he take it from recently? The tall white guy, I forgot his name.
Oh, so he took a belt from Has it got it? Yeah, Callum Smith. He took the
Caleb
WB.
Smith.
Yeah, Callum Smith. Yeah. He took a belt from.
And he got a who did he get the when Benavidez got his belt stripped because of the weight? It was a vacant belt, I think.
Was he Yildirim?
No, I think Caleb Plant might have gotten I forgot how this happened.
I'm having a look here now, innit? BoxRec is really not clearing it up and that.
But the guys he took the belts from, just not they weren't it to me. And there's like you just said, you named off a bunch. You got Benavidez.
Here we go. I'm gonna find out now.
Well,
here we go. So yeah. So he won. I'm just trying to find super middleweight. When did he move up? Right, super middleweight. Here we go. Light middleweight. Here we go. So he won the WBA. Oh, that's middleweight titles. Right. So yeah, you're right. Against Callum Smith, he won the WBA super and the ring, and he won the vacant WBC super middleweight title. Against Callum Smith. Yeah, against Daniel Jacobs, he won the IBF and then retained the WBA super, the WBC, and the ring and the ring middleweight titles. Oh no, that's middleweight against Jacobs, light heavyweight, super. Yeah, so is it Callum Smith? Right, has he only been at the weight that super middleweight? Yeah, Rocky Fielding. He would have been fighting for different titles, innit? He jumped up and down. Because I forgot he fought Kovalev for the light heavyweight title. But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. So you want to see him fight Benavidez and who else?
I want to see him the top 2-3 fights. I want to see him fight. I want to see Benavidez, Charlo, and Plant. Those three right there.
Sorry, big up my guy Dan. This made me laugh. He said, "Yo, I woke up now thinking the fight was on. Not till tonight, fam. It's tonight." You know what I'm saying, Dan? And we're doing a watch along for it, Dan. So if you want to jump on, feel free as well. Big up my guy Dan. You get me? So you want to see him fight because hopefully Charlo moves up. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Charlo moves up.
Charlo, I mean, he has a belt at 160. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got the WBC, and then Golovkin's got the IBF, and then you've got Marat. Is it Marat? Here we go. Yeah, Japanese guy, Ryota Marato, who has the WBA, and then Andrade has the WBO. Say that again, fam.
I think that Golovkin is gonna fight.
Okay, it's Golovkin because Golovkin trying to unify down there, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get Charlo against Golovkin. That's what I'm trying to see.
That's why it's crazy, dude. Like how they do the Charlos, dude. Like it's so hard for them to get big fights. And Jermell, this dude is a fight away from being undisputed.
I'm just looking at here. He is
everybody, and he's not even on a pound for pound list. Crazy.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. That's mad disrespectful.
Crazy.
That is mad disrespectful that he should be. You lot continue before we go, whether you're watching live or watching back. Give your predictions. Are you picking Canelo? Are you picking Billy Joe Saunders? And how in it? Have you got points? Is it KO? Let us know. Blue Maniac says, come on, Billy Joe. I think Canelo will probably win, to be fair. That seems to be, for the most part, the common consensus. That's the consensus. The general consensus is that Canelo is going to win. But we will soon find out. And yes, people, we've done this on air, but we will be doing a live watch along of the Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders fight. So it'll be myself. It'll be me. JK son JK Jr. trying to feed my chicken. You know what I'm saying? And that JK will be on as well. Maybe JK Jr. as well. But we're looking forward to the fight. Love to everyone who's locked into this late one. We did say we was going to provide you with the content, so we are going to do that. Yo, JK, anything you want to add before we leave?
So do you want to start the live like when they're doing the ring walk? Or
yes, that's what we're going to do. That okay. That's good. Yes, people, we won't be doing the whole card. We're literally doing a watch along for the main event. That's what we'll be doing. Watch along for the main event. So when they start in the ring walk, I will set up the show for 4. But obviously, if they go on before that, then we'll go live before that. So we will just keep an eye out on the channel, people. And if you're listening on SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, love to you. This show and all the other shows, including Big Fights, Big Nights Only, are available on as audio-only platforms as well. So wherever you want to listen, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find this and all the other shows. And there's a playlist for this, Big Fights, Big Nights. So we, like I said, at the start of the show, the last fights we did was White Povetkin. So we did a recap the night of and did a preview the day before as well. And we'll be doing the same. So not only will you get a live watch along now, so you get another show on Sarcasm City TV, you'll get the recap as well. But yeah, man, JK, anything you want to add before we close out the show?
That's it, man.
Yeah, man, that's it. It's good to be back, man. You know what I mean? Quick, short show, 40 minutes. Love to everyone who's locked. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're back. Well, it's technically, in England and the UK, it's tonight, innit? So we're back tonight. Couple shows. You got Yan City doing the Manchester City versus Chelsea watch along. Then you've got Sarcasm City podcast at about 10:30. And then you've got a watch along for new show, Big Fights, Big Nights Only watch along, Canelo versus Billy Joe. And then we'll be doing a recap straight afterwards as well. So big up to everyone who has locked in. And this has been the Big Fights, Big Nights Only show on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for